Welcome back to Panenka Predictions, everyone. It's round 7 of the EPL and La Liga action this week, and we have got some seriously good games to discuss and break down in today's video. We've got Leeds United at home against Tottenham, Arsenal taking on West Ham, Brentford hosting Man City, Wolves versus Brighton, and then it's the big one in the EPL, Chelsea at home against Liverpool. There are some tough battles to be had this weekend in La Liga as well, as the minnow-destroying Real Madrid take on a very decent Villarreal at home. Sevilla will be entertaining Barcelona, and the giant-killing Atlético de Madrid try their luck on their road again. This time they travel away to face Celta Vigo. So many great games to go through, and I'll be breaking down all those games, plus giving you my safest predictions for each and every one of those games in this video. Plus, as a special bonus for you all, I'm giving you a free sneak peek behind the VI double P curtain this week by sharing with you one of my top 5 games from this coming round in the exact same way that I share them with my Panenka family on the Patreon channel, which means I'll be sharing with you multiple predictions for the game, plus I will share with you my number 1 prediction that I myself will be backing in this game, so that you can either find the prediction that best resonates with you, or you can just simply use my number 1 prediction for each of the games I share on my Patreon videos and simply join the winning team. As easy as that. Click on the link in the description. It's completely free for you all, and I've selected a great game from the EPL to share with you in this preview, and to hopefully welcome a few more of you to the Panenka family and to the membership that pays itself off many times over. The link's down in the description below, but for now, let's talk football. The first game we're discussing this week is between my boys Leeds United and Tottenham Hotspur. Leeds are playing with more consistency now, it seems, and they have a really open and attacking style of football, and last weekend they were really unlucky to not beat Bournemouth. They conceded that last minute equaliser, but they will still come into this game confident of being able to take points away from Tottenham, whose form in the Premier League so far this season may be considered a little bit better than last season's form, but they're still Tottenham. They are capable of scoring goals though, and conceding them as well, as we saw in midweek, and the same really goes for Leeds. So I think we're going to see quite a few goals in this very open game. So my prediction for the game between Leeds and Tottenham to start this week's predictions off is going to be for both teams to score. And I can see this game either ending 2-1 for Leeds, or in a score draw, or maybe Tottenham will nick the win in the end. The next game I like from this weekend's action is between Arsenal and West Ham. Now, obviously, Arsenal are the firm favourites to win this game at home, basically because they're much better than West Ham. But here's an interesting fact for you all. West Ham have actually beaten Arsenal on their last 2 visits to the Emirates Stadium. And after their draw with Everton last week, they will come into this game with the confidence that they can upset the favourites in this one. Personally, I don't think they can. But I do think that Arsenal may need more than 1 goal to get the win here, as I do like West Ham's chances of getting a goal in this game, especially considering Jared Bowen's form at the moment. I do think Arsenal should get the win, but don't we all really? But instead, for my prediction, I'm going to go for Arsenal to score 2 or more goals against West Ham. Next up, yep, you guessed it, we've got Chelsea at home against Liverpool. Chelsea played fairly decently last weekend, but they were undone by 2 late goals as they lost 3-1 at home to Brighton. And Liverpool also tasted defeat last weekend, for the first time though, as they lost 2-1 away to Crystal Palace. Both teams, they'll be pushing for an improved performance in this week's fixture. Chelsea did beat Benfica 1-0 in midweek in their Champions League game, thanks to an early own goal from Benfica, whereas Liverpool, well, they travelled to Galatasaray in Turkey in the Champions League, and they lost that game 1-0 thanks to an Osimhen penalty. So that's 2 losses in a row now for Liverpool. I think the first option that really stands out for me in this game is both teams scoring. Chelsea because, well, they're at home and Liverpool's defence is not at its best this season. And Liverpool because, well, I think they're better than Chelsea. And Chelsea's defence, well, it's not really watertight right now, is it? So for my prediction between Chelsea and Liverpool, I will be sticking with both teams to score. Let me know your most predictable prediction for this amazing clash down in the comments, and let's see if we can reach some sort of agreement together, even if it's agreeing to disagree. Wolverhampton Wolves host Brighton this weekend, and they will be hoping to add to their 1 point so far this season that they earned in their last game drawing away with Tottenham. Wolves, they're still winless this season, and they will have their work cut out for them in this game as well against a Brighton side who sits 7 points above them in the table and just beat Chelsea away from home by 3-1. Wolves almost got the 3 points last week, but conceded a last-minute equaliser from Palhinha, and they had to settle for the solitary point instead. I don't think it's going to get any easier for them in this game, though, as over the seasons, Brighton have managed to beat Wolves on their last 3 visits to the Molineux Stadium. Last season they won their 2-0. The season before that they got up 4-1, and again they beat them 3-2 the season before that. Now I know lots has changed for these two clubs over the seasons, but I just don't think the scoreline is going to change that much this weekend. I do like Brighton to get the win here, especially after their good performance last week, where a certain Manchester United reject, I do mean that as a compliment, Danny Welbeck scored 2 late goals to secure the 3 points against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. I could go for a straightforward Brighton win, but I do think Wolves are good for a goal in this game as well, and Brighton will possibly need to score more than 1 goal if they're to come away with the win here. So for my prediction between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Brighton, I'm going for Brighton to score 2 or more goals in this game. It could be Welbeck again, or maybe Mitoma, or maybe even the informed Minte who makes the difference in this one. Either way, I think this game is Brighton's to lose. And the final game from the EPL that is tickling my fancy this week is between Brentford and Manchester City. Brentford at home, they're capable of taking points off any side in the Premier League. They're just that good at home. They're so much better. They beat Man U 3-1 last weekend and scored 2 past Chelsea in the game before that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they got some kind of positive result from this game against City. Man City, they did play well last week, smashing Burnley 5-1, and they've drawn 1-1 with Arsenal away before that, and they lost their previous away game 2-1 away to Brighton before that. So away from home, things aren't going as well as they are at home for Man City. Plus, they've also got a tough midweek game away to Monaco in the Champions League to deal with first. So although they might be favourites coming into this clash, I think this game is anyone's to win. Brentford, they have the home form, they have the home support and the home results to give them all the confidence they need to produce a good result in this game. And Man City, well, they've got Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, Doku, Bernardo Silva, plus they have Donnarumma in goals as well right now, so they will also come into this game with a certain confident swagger that could bag them the win here. I personally can't really pick a winner in this game, and I wouldn't be surprised if either team went on to win this one. What would surprise me though is if both teams don't get on the score sheet in this game, as I think we've got all the ingredients for a really high scoring and very entertaining game. So for my prediction between Brentford and Man City this weekend, I'm just going to be going for both teams to score, and that's a pretty straightforward one for me. If you think you know who's going to get the 3 points in this game, then please let us know in the comments section, as I'm keen to know what you think will happen in this game as well. And now we're off to La Liga, where Real Madrid are playing at home against Villarreal. Now, after being pummeled by their city rivals, Madrid will be hoping to get their La Liga ascendancy back on track. Villarreal, they're up in 3rd place now in La Liga after their last 3 consecutive wins in the domestic competition, and they're just 2 points behind 2nd place Madrid, which means if they get their 4th straight win this weekend, they'll move up above them and into 2nd spot. And as much as I'd laugh my head off if I saw that happening this weekend, unfortunately, I don't think it will. Madrid, they seem to be a bit of a bogey team for Villarreal over the seasons, and even though more often than not Villarreal do score against Madrid, they still end up conceding 2, 3, even 4 goals and end up losing this game. They did, however, beat Real Madrid in this fixture a few seasons ago when they won by 3 goals to 2, but that was really just a one-off victory. They've also managed to draw. Madrid has gone on to win the majority of the other encounters. The one thing that is really consistent whenever these two sides meet, however, is goals. The goal average is literally over 4 goals per game each time these two sides have met over the past 6 clashes, and I think we're going to see quite a few goals in this game as well. So for my prediction between Real Madrid and Villarreal, I'm going for over 2.5 goals in this game, and I sincerely hope that the Yellow Submarine go on to sink the hopes of those in the Bernabeu this weekend. Oh, vamos Villarreal! And next up we have league leaders Barcelona travelling south to take on a flamboyant Sevilla. Barcelona come into this game in really good form, and they're just scoring goals for fun in La Liga right now. They may have to play this game without the services of Rafinha or Joao Garcia in goals, and they've also got that midweek game against PSG to contend with, so not really the best preparation for Barcelona coming into this game. Sevilla, on the other hand, will be fresh and coming into this game hoping to continue their improved performances over the past few weeks with the tremendous support of their home fans, where they might just have a chance of stealing some points here. But really, so far this season, Sevilla have been pretty terrible at home. They've lost 2 of their last 3 games and had a 2-2 draw with Elche in the other. And the first thing that I noticed in all those 3 games is that they've conceded at least 2 goals in all those home games this season. And with Barcelona forwards in the form they're in right now, look, PSG game or not, Rafinha or not, Barcelona is still likely to score 2 or more goals in this game. Sevilla might also get on the score sheet in this game, as Barcelona, after their midweek PSG clash, may have some tired legs and tired minds, and plus they will be missing their first choice goalkeeper here as well. So Barcelona will probably need a second goal in order to take the 3 points from the Sanchez Pizjuan this weekend. they might even need 3 goals. But for my prediction between Sevilla and Barcelona, I'm not going to go for the Barcelona win this weekend. I'm just going to stick with Barcelona to score 2 or more goals against Sevilla. And I do think there's a good chance that those goal scorers will either be Robert Lewandowski or Fermin Lopez. Watch this space. And our final game this week sees Celta Vigo hosting an on-fire Atlético de Madrid. Now, one thing I really like about this Celta Vigo side this season is their consistency. They lost their last 2 games by a 2-1 scoreline, and before that they had 5 1-all draws in a row. Yes, that's right, 5. They've also got a Europa League to play on Thursday night, just 3 days before they face Atlético Madrid. So if it wasn't hard enough already, that lack of rest is going to make it a little bit harder for them. That and the fact that Atlético Madrid have scored, are you ready for this? 10 goals in their last 2 games alone. And they've not been against like minnow teams from countries like Azerbaijan, for example. They smashed 5 past a very informed Eintracht Frankfurt in the Champions League in midweek. And before that, who was that other team that they beat 5-2 in their home stadium? Oh, that's right! Las Fantasmas de Madrid. Real Madrid, of course, got smashed by Atlético Madrid. And surely they are on course for a pretty straightforward victory in this game against Celta Vigo away from home. Given that Celta have been consistently scoring in their games this season, you'd think they're going to score in this one as well, wouldn't you? And that Atlético Madrid would need at least 2 goals or more to get the win in this one. Sounding familiar? Well, I'm going to go against the grain, so to speak, in this game, as I don't see Celta Vigo scoring against Atlético Madrid this weekend, but I do see Atlético Madrid coming away with a vital win. So my final prediction this week between Celta Vigo and Atlético Madrid, I'm going for a straightforward Atlético Madrid away win. That's pretty much it for this weekend's videos, guys. And as a treat for you for sticking around to the very end, I'm going to give you my list of 5 potential goal scorers in this weekend's games. And none of these are going to be the obvious choices either. And those 5 players are, you ready? Jared Bowen, Danny Welbeck, Enzo Fernandez, Phil Foden, and Fermin Lopez from Barcelona. Let me know who you think is most likely from these 5 to get a goal in this weekend's games. And don't forget to check out my Patreon channel, as this week I'm giving you all a free inside look at how I dissect the games for my Patreon members and all the predictions that I share each week for every single game. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I've enjoyed making it for you, and if you have enjoyed it, then please do me the favor of hitting that subscribe and like button for me if you can, to help me to continue grow this Panenka Predictions family. Have a great weekend enjoying the football. Share your tips and thoughts on any games that interest you from this coming round, and I'll see you all again, same time, same channel, 1 week from today. Come on, Leeds. Visca el Barça. And sure, why not? Come on, Villarreal. Bye for now.